Welcome back to Jackstrap Sports, everybody. Hope everybody had a better football enjoying experience than we did this weekend. It's gotten ugly. Browns fans are at each other's necks. It's on some Republican and Democrat stuff. My group chat's a nightmare. I'm responsible for some of it. I do start a little bit of it. I'll take the blame. It's like we're fighting over Baker all over again. I mean, that football game was a disgrace. We'll just get right into my stuff and my feelings. The Giants and Browns. All they did the whole game was try to hand the game to each other. This game was a game of who's going to brown this out the most. The Giants fumble the opening kickoff. The Browns score in one play. And yes, I'm naive enough to think Cooper and Watson are back. There's nothing I can do with that. I'm a fan at heart. Next possession, Browns pick it. Interception's called back. Greg Newsome basically flicks Daniel Jones in the head, which I understand they will call. Danny Dimes is so big too. Just don't hit him in the face. It's so simple. It's so simple. We managed to turn Daniel Jones back into Danny Dimes. I don't even care if he had a bad second half. You can now officially call Danny Dimes again for at least a week. I'm fine with it. Let's see. They missed the field goal to try to keep us in the game. They fumbled the ball to try to keep us in the game. Browns were driving again, finally back across midfield. We fumbled the football to give the game back away. And then we ended it in Browns fashion. Ball hit Tillman between the 1 and the 9, drops it. Next play, Singletary goes, I don't know, 40 yards to the house, lights out. It's just two teams who have no idea how to close out a football game. The Giants are bad. I think it's two poorly coached teams just scraping at each other's necks. Deshaun Watson. Statistically, he's playing some of the worst quarterback basically they've ever played. Our offensive line is broken. They're old. Mostly the same people, but they're not the line from 2020 anymore. I don't even know if we can expect them to be at this point. Our wide receivers are slow. And they can't catch. At least Coop broke out. We spent a whole week talking about his Coop a problem. Is he getting old? Amari Cooper's fine. It's just no one else decided to show up when Coop finally came back. The Browns lead the league. Penalties, drops, pressures. You can't blame any one person. If you can say one thing about the Browns right now is at least it's a team effort to suck. So we got that going for each other. Sad Sunday. I mean, if you're following, my daughter had hand, foot, and mouth. She usually plays soccer on Sundays at 3. So we got to skip that. And it was all to watch that embarrassment. Smoked wings. Drank way too many beers. I mean, that game was so bad and dreadful, I didn't even watch the Sunday night game. I didn't watch Patty Mahomes play. The Browns played such bad football, I said I don't feel like watching the next coming of the GOAT. I didn't even gamble on the Sunday night game. For me to not gamble on the Sunday night game, the disgust has to be at a record high. You know what I did? I watched The Beekeeper, starring Jason Statham. I thought it was a solid watch. It's better than watching the Browns play. Around the league a little bit. The fucking Steelers are 3-0 somehow. Justin Field bought out. I think Justin Field ended with 300 some yards. $240 now. $245, a touchdown, ran for another. He's still not playing Watson. The Steelers are just so Steelers. Gave up 10 points. And I know Herbert went out eventually. I didn't see exactly when Herbert went out. Herbert might be cursed. Bosa was out. The luck of that franchise is unreal. I mean, the quarterback play that Mike Tomlin gets away with is insane. Like Kevin Stefanski usually ups the quarterback play, except for the guy we're paying all the money to. Tomlin doesn't up the quarterback play. The quarterback plays like shit most of the time. They just win games. Besides Myles Garrett, there's no one on the team I wouldn't trade for Mike Tomlin. Not a soul. Maybe Nick Chubb, because that's the baby. Besides that, take them all. I mean, Myles Garrett has 2 injured feet from surgeries from when he was a child. I guess he was born flat-footed. And now it's coming back to haunt him. I'm pretty sure he got golf carted out of the game last night. The rain is falling in Cleveland. Now Stefanski don't lose back-to-backs very often. We got Oakland coming up, 425 game in, not Oakland, wow. Vegas, 425 game. They might be looking at a QB change. So we might have that going for us. I will say Antonio Pierce gave one of the greatest post-game pressers I've ever seen. That man stood up there and told them the team was making business decisions, so we're going to start making business decisions. I would do anything for Kevin Stefanski to have that press conference. See, I shouldn't be talking about that. I'm already talking about a different coach. They got us in shambles. What are you going to do? Fellow Browns fans, we're 1-2. The season's not dead. I mean, how many times in our life has we've been 0-3 and literally there's no sign of nothing? Go to Vegas, handle business. Be happy as shit for at least one more week. The Ravens eked one out. Well, they were beating the shit out of them. Then it just appears that the Ravens decided to not give a shit and then just let them kind of squeak back in it for a little bit. But they had the game in hand. Ran the ball 40-some times. Just beautiful football. I am getting to an age where I love seeing the ball ran and great defense played. I do think that means that you're old as shit, but that's my football. Bengals tonight, wrapping up the AFC North. They got Washington. I mean, that's an absolute must-win for them. It might be an exciting game. They got Higgins back. They're at full strength. They got no excuses tonight. They got to beat the rookie QB. Thanks, Abdo. The NFL is wild right now. The Raiders got shellacked by Andy Dalton, which I guess does make me a little happy for the Red Rifle. Do your thing. It does make me sad for Bryce Young. We spent a whole week, like everybody, like the whole media spent a whole week talking about how bad of a franchise the Panthers are, how they have no weapons, how they fed this guy to the wolves. And Andy Dalton went out there and became the first quarterback all year to throw for 303. The QB position makes no sense. Everyone here knows that Andy Dalton can't do that for a year. He won't play for good football for a year. Andy Dalton got killed one time when he was playing for Dallas. They didn't even help him. There is something to a QB change just jumps the whole team for some reason. But don't read into that. Watson should still be starting for at least a little bit. But I'm just saying. I will say if they did have to bench Watson, I am glad it's going to be Winston because it's going to be exciting no matter what. Win or lose, Jameis Winston plays exciting football. Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold might not be back because he may have never been here. But Sam Darnold might have arrived. Or Justin Jefferson makes life really easy. The Vikings shellacked the Texans. It's. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but you got to see the picture of Shroud giving Caleb Williams the like, it's all right, man. And then they got him right to a week later. Sam Darnold giving him the same tap. The NFL happens fast. We probably say this every year, but it seems like the most week to week that it's ever been. The Ravens smacked, or the Raiders smacked the Ravens a week ago. And the Panthers, who everybody's in fire everybody mode, just smacked the Raiders. None of it makes any sense. I like to tell myself that too. I like to think, Browns get it back week to week. I don't think I got a beat on any team yet. Except the Chiefs. The Chiefs really don't even count when you're talking about football. You just let the Chiefs do what they do. Don't get past interference calls. Usually they'll just slide their way to the AFC Championship and we'll see who's playing them. I did tune back in with just enough time last night. My Beekeeper movie got over. And I did get to see that play. Anyways, Adam Thielen sighting yesterday. That was exciting too. Now he did pull a hamstring on it, but it's always exciting to see Thielen back. Sam Darnold's stat that I'm not even sure is 100% true, but he did come into the league real young. Sam Darnold is younger than Joe Burrow. The man could still be a franchise QB, I guess. I feel like we're kind of due too in the NFL for like a Kurt Warner, like a comeback. Because we write them off so fast nowadays. Like a rookie has like 6 games, and then you got to get out, bro. We're due for a nice happy story in the NFL. Transition to another happy story. Malik Willis can play football, I guess. And I got the numbers from his two starts with the Packers compared to the 3 starts with the Titans. 51 completion percentage to 83. 234 yards to 324. 0 tutties, 3 picks in Tennessee, 2 tutties, no picks. The no picks stat is just amazing. 39. Oh my God. Malik Willis' QBR is higher than Watson's. Ooh. All right. Get through it. 131.7 rating with the Packers. So much of the NFL is just a good, stable franchise. Now, I'll give them a little, hey, I don't feel like they go all in enough. You got a shot to win it. Go try. But damn, they are stable. I thought Malik Willis was incompetent. LaFleur might be a genius. I mean, on the other side of the ball, he was playing Will Levis, and Will Levis now has 3 picks of the week, which is amazing, and I do respect that a lot. I'm a big fan of the Will Levis pick. I was a fan of Will Levis. I had him as a backup on a team. I'm not great at fantasy though, so 1-2 in fantasy this week. The only team that won was the team that's 0-2. Let's see here. Did not hit a bet this week, dating back to Thursday night football. We will jump back on that horse tonight because the itch is completely back. It's in that one Sunday night games. I just woke up mad at myself. You can't quit betting. You're one bet away. Not gambling advice, though. Derek Carr. We all kind of knew he was going to come back to life. Derek Carr going Derek Carr. That was a terrible game of football. They finally, I don't even, like, if you were watching Red Zone, you wouldn't even have known they were playing the game. I don't think I saw them on at one time. The Barkley contract's paying off. I would say the Giants are missing him bad, but as long as you got Danny Dimes dicing up the Browns defense, what's it matter, I guess? Anthony Richardson is fun to watch. As decision making, it might leave little to be desired, but that's frontline entertainment. I hope they have a primetime game this year. I did want to get into a little bit of QB salaries. Now I'm just going yearly on this, just like the average yearly, not counting like teams paying the bonus out to save room and all the blah 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 they do with financials. Let's just start with my QB because of how bad it is. Deshaun Watson, $46 million a year annually for 23 QBR. We're paying $2 million for a point, 1 point on the rating. You know who the person in the league with a lower QBR? Bryce Young, an 8.9. Caleb Williams at least has a 26 on 10 million. The numbers are even better for him. Oh, I forgot. We had a Bo Nix sighting yesterday. And as a Petty Browns fan, him beating Tampa, it did make me smile. I know it's petty, childish probably, but there's not a whole lot I can do about that. I had to find any amount of happiness I could find yesterday. I gotta get a beef off too. I don't like when people say you can't say us, like you can't say we when you're talking about your team. My rule for the Browns is I watched them go 0-16 every minute of the game. We weren't we. Jacoby on his way out. They can't protect him. I get it though. Excited to see May. I'm not 100% sure you don't just sit May the whole year and then bring in some talent around him. It's brutal over there. Sit May, take a receiver high, first round pick. You might be onto something. After what Neighbors did to the Browns this weekend, I'm not sure we've seen a high bust as a receiver recently, not counting like late teens. And LSU was just on a fucking streak, man. Good for them. Let's see here. Jags are in do or die tonight. Their schedule is insane. 0-2 facing Buffalo. I think they got the Chiefs game next game or the game after that. Rodgers. I guess we Thursday night game. I forgot about that. Rodgers looks like he might be a little back. Rodgers still one of the most fun to watch. The flick of the wrist is just so pretty. And I might be a little boring. He's not like a shot taker. But the man is efficient. And the wheels might be back too for a 41-year-old man. There's just something I like about seeing a quarterback with a gray beard. You can just see the time the man put in, and it just excites me. The amount of football that a gray bearded quarterback has seen is just, it's amazing. Let's see what else we got. The Dolphins are dead. There's no way around that. They got to go get somebody, and they got to go get somebody like right before the game started. You could go the Browns route. You could go get Joe Flacco. You could come try to get Winston from the Browns. You got to do something. You got way too much speed to sit back there. Man, most of the NFL is 1-2, and it feels good. It feels good. I should have had the standings looked out for the playoff standings. Is it too early to look at playoff standings? It's never too early to look up playoff standings. When you've seen two playoff runs in your life. I'm gonna talk to a diehard Chiefs fan one day. Just see what these last years have been like. They don't even got it yet. That makes sense. Probably too much work. Let's just see. 2-2, 3-2, 2-2. The Browns are at least in the hunt right now. When people start talking shit, just tell them we're in the playoff hunt, baby. I usually let my Brown sadness take me into about, I don't know, Wednesday maybe. Going back into work as a Browns fan we should get awards for going into work on Mondays. Because there's no closet Browns fans. We loud and proud, baby. People don't even have to say anything to you. They just smile at you when you stroll into work on a Monday. You just know exactly what it means. Browns fans should get Mondays off unless we win. We've been through enough in our lives. Let's see what else we got here. That might be it today for our quick little wrap up. Nothing huge on the fantasy injury wise. Oh, forgot about that one. Devontae Smith got murdered. No flag. In a league trying to protect players, it's one of the craziest hits you'll see. Like nowadays, you don't even see that hit. The fine that man is going to hit, I bet, is going to be massive. I feel like the no flag is going to make the fine even worse. Because the NFL is going to have to come up here and set a precedent. Because if you haven't seen the roughing from the Browns game on Danny Dimes, go check it out. That was 15 yards. Devontae almost got decapitated. To all of my fellow fans with these awful 1-2 records, just know there's 0-3 teams out there. Okay? And just know every bet you place tonight's hitting. Because things are turning around. For me, Titans fans, ugh, maybe not. Bengals fans, probably. Raiders fans, Broncos fans. I mean, Broncos fans are flying high today. Bo Nix bought out. Dolphins fans, you know what? Yeah. It's turning around for you guys, too. Pats fans, you're playing for next year, which is not a bad place to be in. I've been there my whole life, basically. It's fun. But I'll be back. I'll be back Wednesday morning at 6 a.m. We're getting on the bright and early schedule. Two little kids all the time making life hard at night. So we're going to try the early schedule. Stop by, drink some coffee, get a little update on sports, and then head off to work. But thank you so much for tuning in. May your bets hit. Goodbye. We late.